JJ Mariano.
Is he not in studio? JJ, how you not in studio, man? You was just in Top Rank's gym, man. You got to unmute. Damn, you ain't take the ride to be in this beautiful studio. You killing me. How many hours is it from here to Reno?
Yeah.
No, Reno like a 7-hour drive, bro.
7?
Yeah, Reno far as hell.
What the
I ain't gonna lie, whenever I go to Reno, I don't drive. I've never drove. I've heard how ugly the drive is.
Why is it ugly?
Well, so it's just all mountains. It ain't shit. It ain't like there's nothing. There's literally nothing.
But people love to see the mountains.
Yeah, but it's just like nothing. So if you don't want to make that drive, I've flown. Like every time I've gone to Reno, I've flown.
Jesus, 7 hours.
Bro, Frontier.
So did you drive out here for that sparring?
No, I flew.
Oh, man. Balling.
Flying much better. 1 hour. That's it.
Bro, our flight, Frontier Spirit, you get you for like $60 if you plan it right.
That's right.
So, JJ, tell us, how'd you get into this sport, man? Why boxing?
Boxing, I've grown up watching it. You know, Filipino descent. Grown up watching Manny Pacquiao with the entire family. And it wasn't until college I was looking to get into MMA, actually. I just like fighting, you know. And the University Boxing Club approached me. One of the coaches said I had some talent and boxed for the University of Nevada, Reno for all 4 years, won a couple of national championships. And that was it. That was the beginning.
Wait. So are you telling me that the NCAA has a boxing program, or was that something that UNR was doing?
No, so it used to be an NCAA sport. And then I think it's back in the 80s. They removed it as NCAA sport. Now it's called the NCBA.
Okay, so basically you would go up against other schools in your weight class, or how would that work? Because I've never heard of it outside of like the military institutions, and I'm familiar with UNR a little bit. That's why I'm asking.
Gotcha. Yeah, no. So we actually competed against military schools. It wasn't just military schools. UNR.
JJ, back up a little bit. You chopping your head off.
My bad. There you go. You good?
Yeah.
All right. So UNR competed with those military schools. Also, you know, Cal Davis, Berkeley, University of Washington. They've all got their own boxing clubs up there. It's just the military schools that usually take the wins. Okay,
it's funny because we just had two amateur fighters down from the state of Oregon, and they were saying how what inspired them to get boxing, because they attend the University of Oregon, that the University of Washington had a boxing program. So now, you know, it's funny that you're here a few days later telling us that that's how you got into the sport.
Yep. I mean, University of Washington's got a great boxing team. I mean, I'm still friends with a couple of them. Fought one of their guys, James Porter, and was a regional Golden Glove a couple years ago.
Okay. So you get done with college, you get done with that. So do those fights count as amateur fights?
Correct. So college boxing's essentially a novice. It's like a novice division.
So, okay, well, I mean, but you're still building up your amateur record. So it's not like, you know, the fights don't count towards that. You're at least still building up the amateur record. So what was it like for you once you finished up college? And, you know, obviously that's, you know, you're done boxing at that point. So then, you know, what was next for you at this moment?
So after my fourth year of college, I wanted to continue. I mean, I felt as though my journey wasn't done. I went and competed in some open amateur tournaments. Started out with the Nevada State Golden Glove back in 2017. I won that, won the regional Golden Glove, and then went to the national Golden Glove. I lost in the semifinals back in, I think that was Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay, yep. Okay. So where you at with things now? Obviously, you're coming down to Vegas. You're flying in for sparring. So things must be going pretty well. Where are you at with things in your career?
So right now, I mean, I've had almost 365 days of inactivity since my last fight. I mean, I'm up in Reno, I mean, there's really not much going on up here. So, I mean, going down to Vegas, looking for opportunity, you know, going where I can, going over to Sacramento for some sparring. I mean, it's kind of bare bones up here. But right now I'm just trying to make some connections and, you know, try to hop on the next opportunity.
So this last fight that you had with Omar Rosairo, how'd that opportunity come about?
I got approached. I got offered that fight. And again, I mean, I was in the same boat. I had a long time of just hanging out, doing nothing, no fights. So when I got presented with this opportunity to fight Omar Rosario, I knew he was good. You know,
who presented it to you?
Terry Lane.
Okay.
Lane, yeah. So Terry and Tommy Lane have been working with me. They're Reno locals.
Yeah.
So they hopping back from Vegas to New York, back to Reno. So
yeah, they used to work with the Floreses a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they've been hooking me up. I mean, everything that I've been doing with boxing and professional boxing was I've been getting hooked up by them. So
they give you this name, Rosario. Do you not check who he is? Because right off the bat, he's Puerto Rican. So I'm expecting him to have a left hook. Why do you take the fight? You don't look like you're in need. You're not driving from Reno to Vegas for sparring. So why you take the fight?
I took the fight because I was desperate for a fight. I just wanted to fight. That's all I want to do.
But if you knew you weren't ready, why would you be desperate to get in there if you said you weren't training?
I didn't say I wasn't ready and I wasn't training.
I thought you said it was hard to get work in Reno.
It's hard to get work in Reno, but I'm out here traveling to Sacramento. I was running. I mean, I was in shape. I mean, I was working with everything I could in Reno.
So you were in shape?
Yes, I was in shape.
Okay.
I was in shape. Best shape of my life. But, you know, he was a good boxer. You know, he's a better fighter, better man won. I wouldn't mind seeing him down the road later on.
What was it? What was it about him? What did he do well? You said he was a good boxer. Was it the jab? Was it the movement?
No, it was his timing. His timing is almost perfect. I mean, I'm fast. I mean, I don't know if you're able to watch any film or anything.
No, I watched you spar. I can't off top. I don't. But the day, I don't know if you remember the day that I recorded you. If you can remember that day, then just tell me who you sparred that day. I did watch you. I know you're good. That's why, you know, I wanted to get more information on this particular loss.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm quick, but I was trying to use my speed to overpower him. When he has timing, he's got his distance down to a T, and every time I would try to come in, I'd get popped. So, you know, and I didn't even stick to my original boxing game. Like, I'm a counter fighter. I fought on the outside. I don't know why I was trying to come in.
Was this on the Legends card, the Sons of Legends card?
No. It was on that in a way Dos Marinas card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over at the Virgin.
Yeah. That's why I asked. Okay. So right now, nothing on the docket. You're just working.
Yep, just working, just staying ready.
And is that normally the process? Just a waiting, or does Terry, you know, check in with you? Like, how do you know when it's time to go? Isn't that frustrating?
It's extremely frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. But, you know, he checks in pretty regularly, you know, and it's a two-way street for communication. You know,
now,
I'll reach out to him if I'm itching, and then he'll reach out to me if he hears anything.
Now, you're not contracted to him. He's just helping you out.
Correct.
So do you try to find your own fights? Because, you know, America's pretty big. There's fights in Florida every day. Atlanta, you know, Tennessee. There's a lot of places where they're fighting every day.
Yes, that is true. And, you know, I have little to no experience in this game. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I mean, that's why I'm going down to Vegas, going to Sacramento, making those connections, meeting up with some promoters, you know, talking to other boxers, seeing what they're doing. You know, because I want to be successful in this sport. You know, it's the career I chose.
So what's keeping you in Reno? Because obviously, you know, Vegas is a fight city. The work that you need is here. The connections that you want to build is here. What's keeping you in Reno? You're like so close, but so far.
Absolutely. So not making any promises, but you might see me down there a little more often, a little more frequently. this last trip down there really opened up my eyes a little bit. So,
what was it about the trip, if you don't mind being specific?
No, the amount of work down there. I mean, I got a few connections down there at a few different gyms. I mean, thankfully, I'm at the top ranked gym too. I have a connection there. So just being able to be exposed to that kind of work, these different kind of fighters, these different level of fighters. I mean, there's levels to the sport. Up here in Reno, I'm the top level. Down in Vegas, that ain't the case.
Mm-hmm.
So I need that. I need to push myself. Iron sharpens iron.
Totally agree. I got some callers from our listeners.
Questions.
Yeah, I got some questions from our listeners. First one is coming from Ruin 504. He says, talk about the mental hurdles one has to overcome in coming back from a devastating stoppage. Was your stoppage devastating? Because we don't have any tape.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was. It took me a while to get over that. I mean, even once the stoppage happened, I come back home, I was met with nothing but support. But in here, all I could do is just go back.
And obviously, this is a video, but also audio podcast. So you're pounding your chest. You mean in your heart, it was different.
Yes.
What specifically changed or felt different about what did you feel timid moving forward?
Yes, I felt extremely timid. In my head, I was wondering, is the sport really for me? Am I good enough to do this?
Yeah.
I had all my doubts. But this is what I know.
What got you back on the horse, man? What made you climb through those ropes again?
So I kept going to the gym. That's when I started looking for better sparring. I started going to Sacramento. I'm traveling a little bit. Carson City is only like 30 minutes away, getting work with a couple of pros out there. So I started working with better people, better boxers. Not saying the guys that I work with here locally aren't good, but started working with better people and realizing, I am good at this. This is what I need to do. This is exactly what I want to do.
Oof.
So here I am. That's how I got the confidence.
My boy's over here playing the replay, so it's the left hook that got around, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
JJ,
I wanted to ask you, that came late in the fight. That was a
fourth round of a fourth round fight.
For you, what has been your biggest takeaway? I know that may sound like a cliche question, but what has been your biggest takeaway from the fight?
From this last fight, the biggest takeaway, probably don't push anything. Don't rush yourself. With my type of boxing, I exploit opportunities that I see. In that fight, you can tell over there, I'm pushing the envelope. I'm trying to be offensive. I'm trying to move forward until I get rung. And then I'm on the back pedal. I'm moving backwards. So what I learned from that fight is just be patient. All right, wait for that opportunity. It will be there. The opening will come.
Absolutely.
So, JJ, do you think it's only a matter of work and the fact that you're, that being out here would be better, or you think it's also trainer?
Trainer, work, everything. Everything. I know if I move out there or if I go out there, more opportunities will present itself. I know world-class trainers are out there, world-class gyms, world-class fighters, so I'm excited for that.
Where are you from originally?
Philippines.
I'm born and raised here in Reno.
Oh, born and raised in Reno. Okay.
Well, your parents are Philippine descent, you said, right?
Correct. I'm first gen here. First generation.
Okay. I was just asking because I know you said you were going to school in Reno, but I didn't know that's where you're from. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So, how exactly did you end up back in that ring, though?
What you mean?
Because obviously you said it was hard to overcome, internally.
Yeah.
So he's saying, what was the process for you? How long did it take? How did you get back into the boxing gym? Because, you said it's not easy.
A knockout can keep someone out of the gym. You know what I mean? So, how'd you get back in, and how long before you were sparring again, and how'd that first sparring session even go? How'd that feel?
Gotcha. So I took maybe 2 to 3 months off of boxing training. Sparring was maybe 4 or 5. My first sparring session, you could tell I was uncomfortable. I didn't have a feeling what I was doing. I didn't have my natural rhythm, and it's just something that.
But what brought you back though? What brought you back? Like, okay, your first sparring session, but what made you go there? Like, how did you know you weren't done?
That's on me. It's on me.
So you just got up one day, like you just got up and said, "Fuck it, I'm going to the gym today." After 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Okay.
I felt as though my life I wasn't doing anything with my life. Well, I do stuff with my life, but it's just day-to-day repetitivity, the same old stuff. I wasn't working towards anything. So then, I don't know, fire got lit under my ass. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse on here or not.
No, of course.
All right, so fire got lit under my ass, and I just told myself, yo, get your ass back in the gym. The hell are you doing? You're not doing anything.
So now what does your family or your wife say when they see you grab the gym bag?
My lady, she supports me fully, 110%. I couldn't ask for anything more. My family, they love that I love what I do. They wish that I didn't love boxing, if that makes sense. You don't want to see someone you love get hurt. But they understand that I love it. This is what I was born to do. This is what I want to do. And then they support me for it. So I appreciate them.
How hard has it been for them? Because it's I have actually Filipino friends who had certain dreams and their parents were like, well, no, playing football isn't a real sport, or isn't a real job, isn't something you should be pursuing, even though they had like college offers and shit. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, that your child can go to school for free, right? But they, some parents don't look at it like that. How tough has it been with them?
It's been tough. It's been tough because, with Filipino culture, you're always pressured to go to school, be successful academically. But I was always the rebellious child. And I grew up fighting. I grew up pushing the envelope. Don't get me wrong, I did well in school, but I didn't follow no rules.
Right. I got you.
Here we are. Yeah, here we are now.
Here we are.
My parents still love me too, so we good.
Well, JJ, man, we want to thank you, obviously, for coming on the show. If you could give out your social media for anyone that isn't following you, can do so. We appreciate your time. We want to continue to follow your journey. You got our information here with the team. Whenever you're headed back to Vegas, please let us know so that we can be on hand and get some more footage and continue to help you build your profile.
Cool. Absolutely. Thank you for having me. My social media is just my name, JJ Mariano, M-A-R.
So what does JJ stand for? Because I Googled it expecting to find it and I didn't see it.
Oh, here we go. Now the whole world know my name. So my real name is Wilfred.
That's what your box rec says.
Yeah. So
that sounds so Latino.
I was named after my father. My father's name is Wilfredo.
That's even more Latino.
Yeah. So anyway, JJ.
There was a great boxer by the name of Wilfredo Benitez.
Wilfredo Benitez, great defensive boxer. Love watching him. But JJ came from me not liking being called Junior.
Okay.
I didn't like that inferiority right there. So here we are. Junior changed to JJ, and it just stuck. I think I was 4 years old when I picked my own name.
Wow. It definitely stuck because it's on Google, so you made it stick, baby. Well, thank you for coming on. We look forward to seeing you back in the gym. Shout out to you. Shout out to Frank. And, yeah, man.
Appreciate it, JJ.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
All right, brother.
All right. What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.